Hi everybody, Ben here. Thanks for tuning in. Well, the post-Easter property drop seems to be very typical of any other post-Easter property injection with new homes flooding the market. Now, the question that we're being asked is, do you think the property market is going to have the same level of resilience as drive as we've seen pre-Easter? And the answer to that question is yes. With the new flurry of homes injected into the market, the buyer appetite is still strong and all of those new homes are being consumed and sold very quickly. And week on week, we're seeing all of those prices changed, being challenged and recalibrated for new benchmarks each week. The direction and forecast of this market remains hot topic. Only last week, Christopher Joy came out with a column, Why Housing is Very Affordable. Now, this might come across as being just a big catch line, but if you look back to the eve of Australia's COVID lockdown, Christopher Joy has accurately predicted the growth and pitfalls of this market to date. Now, moving forward, he is predicting that we could be seeing a 20 to 30% growth over the coming years. Now, the key influences driving this, which have been mentioned on many occasions, is the unprecedented fiscal stimulus from the government preventing large job losses, the RBA's record monetary policy stimulus, cash rate adjustment, and then finally the RBA's novel term funding facility, aka printing money to the tune of $180 billion, has furnished lenders with funding at a rate of 1%. Now, these mediums have been discussed for some time right across a number of different platforms, but the interesting statistics in this article was how Australia is actually benchmarked against the world in their growth in the property sector. Now, if we're looking at Australia, we've enjoyed 6.5% growth over this period from COVID to date. Now, if we look across the pond to New Zealand, they've seen up to 16% growth rate in their property sector. Now, they're already looking at implementing some measures to slow that growth rate down. If we look across to the USA, they've seen up to 11% growth rate, and then all the way over to the UK, marginally in front of us by 7.5%. Now, what's interesting to consider is all of those countries have implemented some very aggressive and very harsh stimulus packages, which would obviously be the key driver to their growth. It's also important to note, excluding New Zealand, that all of those countries have had a far greater impact to COVID than what we've seen here on our shores. With all of this in mind, Christopher Joy did end his column by noting that with our capital gains being relatively subdued, there could be a fair amount of runoff still ahead in play. I'm sure, like all of you, we'll be watching this with a great deal of focus and we will update you accordingly. Now, out and about this weekend, our entire team has a very impressive selection of quality homes out there available. Make sure you reach out to one of our agents and check those out. That's it for me. Thanks again for tuning in. Look forward to seeing you out and about. Bye for now.